What's up? I'm on again, and this is like the 15th or the 16th day of me celebrating me. But of course, I do it all the time, and I'm gonna make a longer post this time because I wanna talk about something specifically. Uh, there was I don't know. I heard someone talking on TikTok about something, and I've tried to reach out to several people. Normally, I would talk to my mom about this, but of course, my mom has passed on, and she was from the old days. She was a sharecropper, and my grandmother was a removed slave. So I'm from an old family, and I could talk to her about these things, or my dad about these things, and both of them are gone now. And I've been trying to reach out and maybe talk to somebody, but they haven't answered me back. But I'm going to put it to you all. And I'm talking about this because, and I guess because of the season that it is, that it is. It's Easter season, resurrection season. Things are rising, and but this has nothing to do with anything. I don't think of God. I don't know what this was. Um, in the olden days, my mom would tell me stories about children born and things of that nature. My sister, my oldest sister, she is lives in Milwaukee now, and my mom said that the older generation back then, when she was born, she's in her 80s, says that she was born with a veil over her face because she could see things. And she would wake the house up because she would see things. She would see a nun dressed in white and all kinds of things like that. My mom told a story of one time she and her friends were coming home from a school function. They were all walking together, and she saw something in the park where they were walking, and it scared the girls who she was with, the group of girls she was with, so bad until they went around the other way in order to get home. And when she got home, she got so frightened, got so scared, and it turned out that there was something that happened in the park. And if they went in the direction of that park, they would have been in direct contact with whatever was going on. You know, there was something that happened with crazy man in the park, and they would have been a part of that. And she essentially saved their lives because she saw something that day, but she could see things and feel things. And I don't know, there have been times when the spirit has told me to move right when I wanted to go left, and I moved right, and I should, and there was the right thing to do. But I don't know. But be that as it may, it was about, I mean, it was in 2023, and it happened at night, and I don't know. I don't want people to think I'm crazy because I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. And I've had some deja vu moments myself, where I've dreamed of this day or something. If you understand me, if you know what I'm talking about, let me know that you understand what I'm talking about. I've had some deja vu moments myself where I felt I've dreamt of the day that I'm living, and I've seen this day, and I've seen it before, and all of that stuff. I mean, I've just had, and then I have feelings. I can read a person. I don't know whether, and some people say that that's discernment. I can read a person. I can read you, and a lot of times I say this comes because of mama whooping my tail and telling me you need to close your mouth and keep your eyes and your ears open. And I can detect when somebody is feeling me, when they're not. I can detect when you kind of telling the story to me. I can detect those things. But this night, I happened to fall asleep. And I don't know, I was in my dream state, I guess. And I don't know. And before, when my mother took a trip to my sister house in Milwaukee, and my mother told a story of this before as well. That's what makes me think about it. I hate that I can't reference this with her because she's passed on. But she said she had one of those experiences. But I was sleeping, and I think I was in my dream. I know I was in a deep sleep, and I just felt something holding me down. And it was holding me and holding me. and I couldn't speak, I couldn't move, I couldn't do anything, and it was fighting me to death. I couldn't, I don't know, I just couldn't move. Oh my God, I couldn't move, and I was fighting to move. I was fighting to get my breath. I was fighting. You know how it is. I was when you think that I don't know what I was in my mind. I was thinking that I don't know. I was just I don't know. I was just so confused as to what this was. And finally, I managed to get out, and I promise you, here's my hand to God. I promise you, I got out Jesus. And when I got there, it looked like I was able to lift up. And when I lift up, I saw a dark shadow walk right across at the foot of my bed and go straight towards my window, and I didn't see it anymore. Y'all, I'm not lying. I'm not lying to you. And that weighed heavy on my mind because I was wondering what it was. I had recently transferred jobs, transferred locations of my job. And the reception, what I felt kind of funny because I didn't know if the people at the place where I was receptive of me. The reception was kind of strange and weird to me. The vibe was weird. And that was heavy on my mind. I don't know. I don't know what it was, but I had been trying. I don't know. If you kind of understand what I'm talking about, because there are no lies. I promise you I'm telling you the truth. I don't know what it was. I don't know what that was that I saw. Was it a warning from God? Was he telling me something? I don't know what it was. All I know is when I mentioned the name of Jesus, it fled. It seemed I managed to get it out. But I was struggling for a minute because, and when I did, it looked like a tall, but it wasn't a man. It wasn't a person. It was just a dark figure, and it was walking toward my window, and it just disappeared. I don't know what that was, but whatever it was, it scared me. I stayed up for the rest of, I think it was like maybe 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. I stayed up for the rest of the night. Needless to say, I don't know. I don't know what that was. I don't know what it was. It could be me losing my mind. I don't know. Maybe I'm going crazy. I don't know. And please, if you don't, please don't scare me because I ain't leaving my rent-controlled duplex. I just love where I stay. I ain't moving. I ain't going nowhere. We gonna have to share if it's a ghost or something like that. We sharing this house because I ain't going nowhere. I am not. But I don't know. Maybe it was a warning. Maybe it was me. Maybe it was a sign of something. And if it was, please, if you think you know what it is, just write in the comments. Let me know what you think it was. I'm curious to find out. I don't know what. Give me some direction. And again, I would sit down and I would have this conversation with my mother. She was very, very knowledgeable of things like this. She wasn't into the voodoo or anything like that. She was a Christian woman, but she lived in those times. She was a sharecropper and she saw slavery times. My grandmother was in slavery, coming out of slavery. My mother was born in 1928. My father was 10 years her senior. He was born earlier than her, and my grandmother was born in the 1800s, 18 something. I have the lineage, and I can be more specific about the dates when she was born. But she could understand and she could tell me, those old people could tell you about the signs and the things and stuff like that. And I don't know. It's been bothering me. And but listen, I yet live. God is still good. And I'm healthy, I'm well, I'm wonderful. I love me. But I just was curious. I have a curious nature. And if you kind of know what I'm talking about, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Kind of hit me up and let me know what's going on. Thank you.